Okay, so now that we're getting deeper into 300 challenge, one of the biggest tips I can share with you is to make sure that you change your exercises and change your range of motion. So let's talk a little bit about the pulls, right? And let's look at some different ways to do pulls. So I'm stuck in my car, I'm running short on time. Today is not going to end well as far as me getting all 300 of my pulls in, let's say, and I've been able to get quite a few in at the office or in the gym this morning or so forth, but I need to pick up a few extra. Or I'm traveling and I'm in the car, I'm at the airport, I'm on an airplane. Any of these types of scenarios where you just can't just bust out a bunch of curls or a bunch of rows or whatever it might be, okay? So a really, really easy one is, if you can imagine, this is the steering wheel here, okay? My arm is the actual steering wheel, and I'm driving, right? I can put my hand at different points of the steering wheel, and all I want to do is pull against that steering wheel a little bit, okay? It's not going to break, it's not going to come away, okay? Just give it a little bit of an isometric tug. That way you're actually flexing this bicep and pulling a little. If you want to add a little bit extra, drag your elbow back so all of this back here will start to fire as well. So I pull a little and then I pull a little, right? That's one, right? Okay, pull, pull, or just pulse here, okay? You can also add a different variation of this. If that's pulsing for your isometrics, you can also just stay and hold for a count of 5, right? Once that 5's done, you relax. That's just one rep, but it's just ways of changing it up, okay? You'll feel different levels of fatigue in each one of these, all right? Another really good one is if you don't have something that you can just grab onto to do it, you can take this hand, you're just going to make it flat, right? Palm down, okay? And then I'm going to take this hand, all right? And I'm just going to clasp them together, okay? And from that clasp, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this line steady, just as if it was a steering wheel, and then I'm going to pull up against it, okay? So I'm pulling with this arm right here. Now here's the double whammy here. Here's what's cool about this, is if I'm using this arm, you're going to see this tricep start to fire like a press, okay? So now I'm getting 2 exercises in one set, all right? So I'm here like this and I'm pushing. See that tricep's firing as I'm pulling and doing the same range of motion, okay? So again, if you're stuck out, right, I would put some of these in, but make sure you keep those weights coming, keep those bands coming, keep the other exercise that you're doing. But this is just a great way to still get in some reps, and I promise you, you're going to feel the burn if you're pushing against yourself, okay? So it's a couple really easy ways, whether you have any weighted resistance or you have your steering wheel or whatever, just to change it up. And you also notice the extension of the motion is very short. It's not like I'm bringing it all the way up or all the way in, okay? So it's just definitely a different kind of exercise. Sprinkle some of those in, put them in there like that, and I think you're going to feel a difference. But also what's great about that is, again, you won't overstress your body with some of the other ranges of motion that you're doing.